Hello, everyone. We're here today together. So good. I'm going to get comfortable. We're working with our last two organs today and tomorrow, last pairing. We're going to work with the gallbladder today and tomorrow the liver. So as you nestle in, I just want to take you on a journey to let you just so where are we on the clock? And very similar to Yoga Nidra when I mentioned the time frame, but the organ, just allow your awareness to travel to the organ and how you feel there, the information that we've worked with. And we'll kind of travel from organ to organ. So we start 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. with the lungs. Just bring your awareness to your lungs. The metal element, that first breath, existing. I want to exist. I exist. I am here. So early in the morning, in ashrams, we wake up 4:30 a.m. I've been in one ashram where 3:30 a.m. You start that process, taking in the fresh air, crisp, clean, into the lungs. "5 a.m. to 7 a.m., large intestine. Our time to eliminate all the practices to cleanse and purify, to eliminate toxins from the body and the mind. 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. All the practices that help us eliminate the dukkha, literally and figuratively. The letting go. Thank you. "7 a.m. to 9 a.m. stomach. We eat. We nourish ourselves. We take it in. Down the esophagus into the stomach. The processing. The receiving of the grain. And the beginning of the breaking of it down. The beginning. From 9 to 11 a.m., spleen. The spleen offers up where the stomach sends down. Spleen plays such an important role in blood. Red blood cells, white blood cells. And such a special relationship between the heart. The heart is 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. High point of the day, fire element, lots of action, actualizing our dreams, our dharma. our purpose. And then 1 to 3 p.m., small intestine. All that fire, all that heat from what we took in from the stomach, we're moving it along in the small intestine, sorting through the nourishment. What do we keep? What do we move along? Three to 5 p.m., we come into the urinary bladder. Also, what do we keep? What do we move along? What do we let go of? Five to 7 kidneys. Great for blood volume, fluid volume in the body. Storage of our essence. Offering up fire. Seven to 9, we have the pericardium, the protector of the heart, the opener of the heart. Usually the time we're around the hearth fire, opening up in relationship. Feeling safe, nestled in, 7 to 9 p.m. 9 to 11, triple burner, the lymphatic system, the irrigation system, the fascial system. Slow moving, not with a pump. Making sure things are flowing smoothly. There's a smooth element, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. And here we are today, 11 p.m. to 1 a.m., gallbladder. Helps with decision making, and it gives us the courage to act on our decisions, to make the right decision and act upon it. The gallbladder is the organ that governs sleep. As it takes the blood, it directs the blood into the liver, 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. The blood gets stored, it rests. The heart rests. Gallbladder and liver are wood energy, up, up, up energy. The energy of spring, of growth. It's a force for action. It's basically an unstoppable force for action. Take a few moments to breathe into your joints, ligaments and tendons, the gallbladder, When it's in balance, oh, your joints feel good. Your tendons, your ligaments. You're able to be flexible. The emotion here in wood is often talked about as anger, frustration. But remember, the energy of wood is up, and it's an unstoppable force for action. When it gets blocked, it shows up as anger, frustration. And that makes us stiff and hard. So let's just sit and breathe into our joints. Breathe softness. Flexibility. Not just for the body, but for the mind. Now you can just continue to sit and visualize if you'd like, or feel free to massage. This is a good meridian to massage. It starts at the outer crease of the eyes, just at the temple. So we left off at the eyebrows yesterday. So you just bring it down a little bit, walk yourself out from the crease of the eyes. And gallbladder starts here. And go down into the cheek, up to the ear. And it goes around the ear like yesterday, but a little wider of that circle. A little wider. Oh, I felt a tender prick there. And you can go down to the base of the skull. We've been there before. And then the gallbladder does this awesome thing. It comes up the skull, almost like it's funny, like a warrior's helmet, like up the skull, then it goes back down the neck. So it's almost like a bit of a helmet. And you go up and you go back down, almost like my mohawk here. Like the decals on football helmets. Goes up and then goes back down. Upper traps helps clear gallbladder. Even tapping on the upper traps is nice qigong exercise. Sometimes a cross helps to clear the gallbladder meridian. And it's the front of the deltoid. So this nice curve in the front of the deltoid. And we go into the ribs. It jogs to the front, almost to the base of the sternum, where the ribs are. And then it goes back to the floating ribs. And down the side waist. Down the IT band area, really. So on a great stretch, always side body stretching, great for gallbladder meridian. The flexibility of a tree to sway. Now, if you go down just below the knees, where there's a bony protrusion, you've got the head of the fibula. You just want to go in to the divot where between the fibula and the tibia. Find that divot, that space, that depression. Remember, that's where chi wants to accumulate, if it does accumulate and stagnate. Great point there. This is gallbladder 34. And it really nourishes the sinews, the tendons, the ligaments. This is a great point for tendons and ligaments. And it's also great for courage. If you're finding that you're timid, shy, indecisive, anxious, wary, this is a good point to massage for courage. And we go down the outer peroneal, so down the outer shin. We're going to end up on the ring toe there, the fourth toe. But there's a spot that you want to, right between the fourth toe and the fifth toe, the pinky toe, put your finger there and then drag your finger up the groove between the tendons of the muscles there until you feel a little depression. So between the fourth and fifth toes, just drag your fingers up between the tendons. And they say you're just going to dip over a tendon. You'll feel that like, whoop, right into a depression. This is your crying point. Remember we had a laughter point? This one is the crying point. It's actually called, let me find it for you, foot above tears. And this is when anger and frustration, you're at the point of tears. It's the crying that comes or wants to come with anger and frustration. And remember, anger is just the blockage of this wood energy, which is an unstoppable force for action. When you feel complete with that massage, with that pressure, you can go back to your seat. Just notice how you feel. Wood energy is an up, up, up energy. And we can tune into it with Udana Vayu, which is that upward quality of breath. That's how we can learn to kind of ride the wave of this upward energy, the courage to take action, to make a decision and follow through boldly. Exhales are also very good to utilize when working with this energy, because at moments when sometimes getting stuck, it's experiences beyond our control. Control is a big part of liver gallbladder. Life happens and we can't control what stands or blocks our way sometimes. Traffic. So then exhales can help us just pause. Right? Realizing that we are in an up, up, up energy. And something beyond our control has gotten in our way. This is often what we see as anger and frustration. Sometimes it's ourselves that are in our own way. This we can work with. This we can have a little bit more control over. But when it's beyond our control, to recognize that and utilize exhales to pause. And honoring the gallbladder, this little pear-shaped, about 8 centimeters, right underneath the liver. So we're on the right side, underneath the ribs, underneath the liver, next to the small intestine. It's considered a young organ, but it's also a curious organ, considered both a yang and a yin. It's the only organ treated this way. It excretes bile. Liver makes bile. Gallbladder stores the bile. And then it excretes it into the small intestine to break down, to emulsify the fat. It's considered, bile is considered, even, it's funny to read this, bile, the word bile, but it's considered a pure substance. The liver makes it, and it's 99% about is reabsorbed into the body. So it doesn't even leave the body. All the other yang organs, they take a substance from outside the body, process it, and move it out of the body. In the gallbladder, it just receives something from inside the body, very pure substance. As it hasn't touched the outside world. And when it excretes it into the body. So nestled right there, it's pretty precious. If you still have it, some people have it taken out. Your gallbladder meridian, even if you don't have a gallbladder, the gallbladder meridian still is there. You can still work with all the points. You would just spend a little bit more time with the actual liver, as we'll talk about tomorrow. But today, if you still have your gallbladder, spend some time with it. A little pear-shaped, think of pear, green, color of wood is green. Receives pure substance made within the body and then excretes it into the body. It's such a little intimate, nestled organ. Loving up your ligaments and tendons today. Joint rotations, just really softening anything that's stiff or hard in the joints. Bending so we don't break, so any side stretching. The gallbladder meridian follows the lateral lines of fascia so perfectly. So great for side bending. Two days to work with decision making, making good decisions, and having the courage to take action. They say all the organs will follow suit if the gallbladder leads us from moment one of any movement with the right decision. So much gratitude for these two organs that we're working with these last 2 days together, the wood element. Really meditating on that today. The unstoppable force within you. Grateful for you. Thank you for being here. Namaste.